I want to start with a concept that I think you'll know, the swivel chair interface.
Oh, I've lived it. Absolutely.
Right. It's this idea that you're spinning around in your chair because you have a server monitor over here, a laptop in front, maybe a security feed to your left.
And you feel like you're in some kind of mission control, but really you're getting dizzy. It's a total focus killer.
Well, today's deep dive is about a piece of hardware that claims to kill that swivel. We're looking at the NTI SPLITMUX-USB4K18GB-4.
Which is a bit of a mouthful.
A total disaster of a name. But the promise is pretty sleek. It's a quad-screen splitter and multiviewer.
Yeah, and if you can get past the name, the mission is, well, it's unification. It takes 4 different computers, or really any HDMI source, and puts them all on one 4K screen.
See, that's where I get a little skeptical, because I've used those cheap HDMI splitters before. And you plug in 4 things, and the resolution just tanks. Or the refresh rate is awful. It's a mess.
And that is exactly the difference here. This isn't a consumer splitter. The big takeaway, if you look at the specs, is the bandwidth. It handles Ultra HD 4K at 60 Hz.
Okay, hold on. For anyone listening, why is that specific 60 Hz part the absolute deal breaker?
It all comes down to real-time performance. A lot of those cheaper multi-viewers, they have to chop the frame rate to handle the load of 4 inputs.
So your mouse lags or video stutters?
Exactly. This NTI unit, it promises to keep all 4 quadrants running at a full 60 frames per second simultaneously.
So if I'm, say, compiling code in the top left and watching a 4K video feed in the bottom right, neither one should drop a frame.
In theory, 0 latency on both. And it's not just a simple grid. They have this custom mode.
Okay.
And that lets you get, well, a little creative. You can resize windows. You can layer them. And this part I found really interesting. You can adjust the transparency.
Transparency. So I could have a semi-transparent server status overlay just sitting on top of a live video feed.
You could. It's getting very Minority Report, you know.
It really is. But that visual part is only half of it. For me, the real aha moment was seeing KVM in the name.
Right. Keyboard, video, mouse.
Because without that, you're still fumbling for 4 different keyboards, which completely defeats the purpose.
Defeats the whole point. Yeah. This unit integrates that control. You plug 1 keyboard and 1 mouse into the NTI box, and you can instantly switch which computer you're driving.
And I saw it extends to other peripherals, too, something about a USB hub.
It does. It has a built-in 2-port USB hub. So imagine you have a printer or a thumb drive or even a security dongle.
You can just map it to whichever machine you're using at that moment.
Exactly. You can even hook up a USB touchscreen and control it that way,
Wow.
at least in the full screen mode.
That's huge for workflow. What about the audio? If I have 4 machines running, am I just getting a wall of noise?
No. And this is a feature I wish more Pro devices had. You can switch the audio independently of the video.
So I could be working on my Linux machine, but listening to the audio from a newsfeed that's running on the Windows machine.
Precisely. And it even puts little VU level meters on the screen so you can see which computer's making all the noise.
All right, we do have to talk about the elephant in the room. The price.
Yeah, it's up there.
The MSRP is sitting around $2,850. This is not for a casual gaming setup.
No, this is enterprise gear. It's TAA compliant, which means it's cleared for U.S. government use. It comes with a rack mount kit. This thing is meant for a server room or a command center.
It definitely feels built for that kind of scale. I saw notes about cascading.
Right. If 4 sources aren't enough, you can actually daisy chain these units together to display even more inputs on one screen.
Yeah.
And it doesn't care what you plug in.
What do you mean?
It's platform agnostic. You could have a Mac, Linux box, a Windows PC, and a Solaris server all booting up at the same time on the same display.
So really what they've built is the ultimate God mode for an IT professional. You're getting rid of the physical clutter and just creating one digital command deck.
It just removes all the friction. Instead of physically moving to switch a task, you just move your eyes.
But, you know, that brings up one final thought to leave everyone with. We have this tool, and it offers perfect zero-latency access to 4K streams of information at once. The hardware can handle that fire hose of data perfectly. But can we?
That is the question, isn't it?
Does a tool like this actually maximize your productivity, or does it just test the absolute limits of how much visual chaos the human brain can process before it just shuts down? Something to think about.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive.